Human and Environmental Development Agenda and the Nigerian Coalition on International Criminal Court are making moves to curb cross-border corruption and enhance recovery of illicit assets. To this end, both agencies are organizing an international conference in Lagos that will appraise the mandate of ICC, that's the International Criminal Court, in dealing with cases of cross-border corruption. Commonwealth heads of anti-corruption agencies in Africa, Ibrahim Magu of Nigeria, and President International Criminal Court Justice Chile Ibwe Osuji are amongst the attendees. TVC News' Jacqueline Ogo is standing by now to tell us more on this. Jacqueline, good to see you. Can you bring us up to date with what is being deliberated where you are?
Yes, today is a day of looking at corruption, a hydra-headed monster that is ravaging Nigeria and Africa. And the organizers here are saying that Article 5 of the Roman Statute empowers the International Criminal Court to prosecute war crimes, genocide, crimes against humanity, and aggression. And now the focus is this. Since the International Criminal Court is that empowered, that power should be used to prosecute corruption as a crime against humanity. That's a big issue here. And you may ask me why. The reason is this. Corruption dehumanizes people. Corruption leads to mental ill health. Corruption hinders the development of infrastructure. Corruption affects the health sector and education sector. And for that very reason, economies come down. There is uprising everywhere because of one monster called corruption. For that very reason, the deliberations here are that corruption should be tackled by the International Court very well because it's an independent body. The agencies here sometimes come under the influence of the government. And for that very reason, the search now is for a body that cannot come under the influence of government just anyhow. And that's why the eyes of the organizers are on the International Criminal Court.
All right, looking at all of this, you're talking about ICC. Hello. And the conference stating that ICC should be able to prosecute corruption cases all around. Now, is there any statement being made about the ICC prosecuting primarily African leaders when it comes to corruption cases?
Okay, the case here is this. No one should have any covering, no matter who you are. Once you dip your hand into money that belongs to the majority, then you should face serious consequences. You know, they're trying now to put, behind us the time when supporters of corrupt politicians, we go to the court and start to boo prosecutors that want to bring in justice. They want to make corruption, a crime with serious consequences that nobody would be proud of, carrying out. That's where we are going. But I must tell you at this point that it's not everyone here that is in agreement, because some people are saying that if you don't bring your economy up, that is build it, people will still steal. If you don't give people jobs, they will still steal. So that is also another argument on the sideline.
All right, tell us more about the stakeholders who are present there. After all, they will be the enforcers of this rule.
Okay, yes, the EFCC is here, but Ibrahim Magu is not actually here. He sent a representative in the form of a director that is here, and he actually delivered his message. And he said that, the EFCC would actually always welcome prosecutors of the International Criminal Court, going into cases of corruption without any limitation. So they are actually welcoming the prosecution of the International Court without any hindrance. And then the director also went on to say that Nigeria for the past 20 years has been trying to recover half. Nigeria has not been able, according to him, to recover up to half of the money stolen from this country since 20 years. And I tell you, that's a big one. And then in Africa, 20 billion naira, $20 billion is lost annually to corruption by African nations. That's also a big one. That's the reason why an independent body that can't speak without any government, pinching here and there to say, hey, take it easy. They just want corruption to be tackled more seriously. And that's what's going on here right now.
All right, the president of the International Criminal Court is also in attendance. What's his take on all of these issues?
No, the president is not in attendance. He's not in attendance. But all the international bodies that have their representatives here are also saying that bilateral relationship between nations should be exploited. It will not just be about backslapping, coming to have the tea party, but after that, you can use the relationship to actually build serious gains by ensuring that no country is hiding the criminal that is transferring illegal funds in here and there. You stop them, you bring them out for prosecution. That's what they are saying.
All right, dealing with the mandate of cross-border corruption, our correspondent Jacqueline Ogo, who is currently at the ongoing conference in Lagos. Thank you very much.